We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. I got Little Horace in the background as the co-host. You might hear him meow here and there. Just drinking some coffee, just woke up. Yesterday I got some awesome intel from a buddy of mine. A buddy and a listener, so thank you, brother. I just woke up, like I said, so if I seem a little out of it, that's why. That, and it's kind of early for me. Like, normally I wake up at 8 and it's like 5, so. Release the Kraken, man. The news is completely quiet. I got this, though. It's from Natural News. Like I said, my buddy hooked me up with some intel. The article's name is Trump attorney Sidney Powell declares the Kraken was already released, and the results are just beginning to emerge. Something huge is going down in Washington, D.C. and across the nation regarding the massive treasonous vote theft and election fraud carried out by the Democratic Party in collusion with Communist China. We previously reported that Trump had replaced Mark Esper as Secretary of Defense, and he's been cleaning house at the DOD, replacing swamp creatures with patriots who will defend America. Simultaneously, Trump's attorney, Sidney Powell, I love this woman. If you all haven't been keeping up with Sidney Powell, she is on fire lately, dude. Says the Kraken has been released. You're just beginning to see the signs, she explains in a tweet. What is the Kraken exactly? We don't know for sure, but there was an explosion in military air traffic over the last 2 days that has been documented by Monkey Works. And that's M-O Monkey, and it works W-E-R-X. See below, multiple sources have confirmed with us that a unit of the DOD did carry out a raid on Skittle Services, SCYTL, servers in Frankfurt, Germany, gaining possession of irrefutable proof of treasonous vote rigging by the CIA. Not surprised. Listen to my daily news update podcast from yesterday for more details. Let's see, that's not me, that's the article. We also have President Trump cleaning house at the DOD, removing not just Mark Esper, but also removing and replacing many other officials, creating a pro-American contingent inside the Pentagon that could conceivably carry out mass arrest orders against domestic traitors. An example, Democrats who tried to steal the election by conspiring with foreign enemies. Bring it! I want to see some people in handcuffs. Come on, man. Here's the latest interview from Sidney Powell as she joins Lou Dobbs on Fox Business Network. Here she explains how the Democrats are caught red-handed trying to steal the election. We also have a video from Monkey Works, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, yesterday and last night. Okay. We also have a video from Monkey Works from last night detailing the astonishing number of military aircraft in the air, over 1,000. Release the Kraken. Yesterday and last night, including at least one flight from Washington, D.C. to Gitmo. Monkey Works, an expert in monitoring air traffic patterns as a precursor to major political events, explained that he believed airborne rendition was likely taking place, which means treasonous actors are put into airplanes and interrogated either mid-air or various black sites across the country. This is likely being used to interrogate and flip many high-level sources who are now realizing they either need to testify as witnesses for the government or end up in prison for life or worse. X22 report episode explains, by the way, X22 is fucking awesome and YouTube shut them down. For some reason, you can't find actual news anywhere. For some reason, they keep shutting down all these YouTube channels. Seems like they're covering shit up. This video will probably get shut down, by the way. So, if you're listening, please share it. The X22 report episode explains that the deep state took the bait and fell right into Trump's trap. Trump has all the evidence against them that needed to take them down and defend America. Attorney Lin Wood is also confident that the deep state will be defeated and that Biden will go to prison. Here's the interview. Here's the full transcript of Howie Carr and Lin Wood interview. Howie Carr. This morning I woke up and I was looking over the tweets and I saw a tweet from L. Linwood. He's a famous lawyer. We can get into some of the cases. He has had Nicholas Sandman, for instance, from Covington Catholic. He was involved in Richard Jewell case a while back. I think he represents Kyle Rittenhouse now and the Kenosha shooter who defended himself. He's working on the campaign on the challenges, and he put out a tweet at 2:35 a.m. this morning. Time now to rest, comfortable in my belief that at real Donald Trump won a historic landslide victory across the nation on November 3rd. Be patient. Biden will never be president of our nation. To the contrary, Biden, along with many others, will be an inmate. Be patient. Trust Trump. Joining us now is Lin Wood. Thank you for that encouraging tweet. That really improved my mood, and I'm sure hundreds of thousands, if not millions of other people this morning, Linwood. L. Linwood. Well, thank you, Howie. And it's a pleasure to speak with you. That tweet was at 2:35 a.m. And that not only speaks to, I think, the time and the effort that I've been putting into this, but really it reflects almost round-the-clock efforts by members of the legal profession and ordinary people of this country that are determined to not only uncover the truth, but to expose the truth. When all is known, I am 100% confident that Donald Trump will be president of the United States for 4 more years. And I'm just as confident that Joe Biden and the people like him, that they've been trying to steal the election and committed crimes for years. They're going to all go to jail. Howie Carr. What leads you to be so optimistic? I mean, there's still time, but we're coming up to the dates of the voter certification deadline. Start at about 9 or 10 days from now. As you know, it is hard to prove ballot fraud, especially when they've been mingling the bad ballots with the good ballots to make it impossible for the law-abiding part of the population to do anything about this. Why are you confident? What leads you to think we're going to win? L. Linwood. I believe in we, the people. This was a well-planned, probably almost for 2 decades, attack to overthrow our government. What was it well done in the sense of trying to hide the fault? By the way, the typing on this kind of sucks. It's not just me, dude. Sure, but it was too massive. Donald Trump surprised even the enemy by the wide margins in which he won in the key states that they had targeted to steal. In the middle of the night, they started having to produce tens of thousands, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of fake paper ballots. They had to shut that up with COVID. Told you, man. I've been telling you since day one. COVID is a cover for something sketchy, man. There's more to it than meets the eye. I've been saying that for a minute and no one's listening. Will this be resolved by the courts? Yes. But I don't believe that it necessarily has to be resolved by the courts. Before the people in this country fully recognize by the irrefutable evidence that Joe Biden is illegitimate. His folks were fraudulent. He tried to steal this election, and he failed. The people of this country will actually do what the people in this country are supposed to do. The people will decide who the next presidents of the United States will be. It will be confirmed by the courts in long terms of legality of the frog. But between now and when all these deadlines come to pass, the evidence that will be put out over time will convince any fair-minded and objective American, even many who do not support Trump, that there is a concerted, calculated effort to steal our government and our freedom. Then the process. The record will show that they themselves killed many people in this country. These people are despicable. They're criminals going forward. I'm confident there will be no more corruption in the White House. Donald Trump's going to drain the swamp. Stay tuned. Howie Carr. Now, are you working in a specific state or just working on the overall strategy? L. Linwood. I'm working specifically on a lawsuit that'll be filed in Georgia, where those water mains, the water pipes that busted. I told you all about this. I told you all. For some reason, I don't know if I'm getting shadow banned, but no one's responding. No one's putting the pieces together. I guess I don't know. I feel like I'm screaming in an empty room sometimes. I'm working specifically on a lawsuit that'll be filed in Georgia, where the Georgia election will have to be deemed unlawful and void because the Democrats got the Secretary of State in Georgia to enter into a consent settlement in litigation in March of this year, where the Secretary of State substantively changed the rules of the election as they related to absentee ballots. The law doesn't allow the Secretary of State to do that. It has to be done in a federal election by the state legislature. Howie Carr. Right, like in Pennsylvania. L. Linwood. Just like in Pennsylvania, just along the same legal grounds as Justice Alito ruled when he separated the ballots. The state of Georgia will ultimately have to have the governor order. I believe we'll have to have the order, the government order. A special session of the legislature. They will recognize that the election was unlawful and illegal, that it is likely impossible without it taking a considerable length of time to show the level of fraud and the real vote count. So that under those circumstances, the legislature will select and elect the electors. Those electors from the state of Georgia will vote for Donald J. Trump. Howie Carr. That's the easiest way, and that's the constitutional way to resolve this massive fraud. But do you, Linwood, do you think the legislators in Georgia and the other states, all of which basically are, except for Nevada, are controlled by Republicans in both branches? Do you really think the legislators have the wholeness to do that? By the way, you can hear the actual audio of these interviews. They're about like 20 minutes a piece. There's like 2 videos on each one. Like I said, I told you the site at the beginning. Let me light a cigarette here, so that way you can actually hear it and see it if you want. L. Linwood. Well, legislators or politicians, and most of these state politicians, they have to run for office within a couple of years. Whether they have the kahunas to do it or not, too many of them are in government because they want power, influence, and money. They'll probably want to stay there. If they want to stay there, they're going to follow the will of the people. The will of the people in this election was overwhelmingly to re-elect Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. I'm confident that President Trump won a historic landslide election. What you hear now in the media, it's a lie. The media has been lying to this country as a propaganda tool for the people that were trying to overthrow our government for years. This dude is on fire. I've been saying it, man. No one listens. I talk to myself. They groomed us. They played us. But you fooled us once. Okay. You're not going to fool the people of this country twice. We know what they've done now. They've been called in time. A lot of people are going to go to jail, Howie Carr. Rudy Giuliani said today to Steve Bannon that they had 3 whistleblowers from one of these software companies that were supposedly involved in this on a multi-state level, that they have already come forward. Is that true as far as you know? Okay. This is something that's been bothering me. Rudy Giuliani, man. He's like playing good guy right now. But I swear, unless I'm fucking crazy or it's a Mandela effect, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we all know if you listen to this channel, I'm pretty sure you're red pilled, if not black pilled, at this point. I should hope so. But I'm pretty sure, unless my memory serves me wrong, that 9/11 was an inside job, and Rudy Giuliani had something to do with that. I might be crazy. I don't remember the exact details, but I'm pretty sure Rudy Giuliani had something to do with that was real fucking sketchy. And I love Donald Trump to death. And I remember when he ran against Hillary that he was supposed to basically start a new investigation on 9/11, release some documents, all sorts of crazy shit like that with 9/11, and none of that has happened. Because I remember he was like basically the conspiracy theorist president, you know. I don't know. It makes me sad a little bit. Let me all know in the comments, though, if you remember Rudy Giuliani being a part of 9/11. All right, that being aside, L. Linwood. Well, I know that there are whistleblowers. I think there's probably going to be much more than 3. But I can tell you that the evidence is going to be undisputed. That the Dominion voting machines was originally in Venezuela. Paid for back Cuban money. That doesn't even make sense. And then found their way into this country in this business relationships tied to George Soros. Big name right there. I keep telling you all, I'm a broken record. And to the Clinton Foundation, Clinton crime family. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out who's behind this effort to overthrow our government. It's the global elitist. It's the criminals like the Clinton crime family, and the country is going to find out there's been a heavy involvement by China. We're going to go through some difficult days and weeks ahead, but we're going to prevail. Freedom's going to reign, but it's going to be difficult. When it's over, things in this country are going to return to the days of when we lived a fruitful life and we'd get rid of all the swamp. This swamp creatures who have used our government, used our taxpayers' money to stick it in their own pockets, like Joe Biden, like Bill Clinton, like Hillary Clinton, like Barack Obama, Howie Carr. Can this all be accomplished, though, by December 14th when the Electoral College meets? L. Linwood. Listen, the timing of all this, I don't know anything about. I'm sure this will proceed on the timing that our president sets forth. By the way, I know the spelling on this is horrible. This isn't just my reading. It's legit. The spelling is horrible. Um, like I said, you can listen to the actual audio of the interviews. I've listened to them. It's a legit interview. So I'm sure this will proceed on the timing that our president sets forth. I would like to think that over the next several days, that we'll learn increasingly more about the evidence that establishes the crimes that have been committed, that within a period of time, reasonable period of time, the evidence is going to have mounted up to a point where the people know what happened today will accept that it was a fault, a theft of our election, and then the people will demand justice and accountability. We've been waiting for that from the Jeffrey Epstein matter. We've been waiting for it from the John Durham matter. We've been waiting for it from the Hunter Biden laptop, Anthony Weiner laptop. We've been waiting for it now for the election theft and fraud. All of these things are going to be revealed. Every lie, Howie, every lie with time will be revealed. Howie Carr. I just hope it's in time. I just hope there's enough time to get everything out. There's already polls out there run by the same people who said Joe Biden was going to win in a landslide that say over half the people in the country already believe that this was a fraudulent election, but the mainstream media, L. Linwood. Yeah, the numbers will grow. Those numbers will grow. Howie Carr. The mainstream media. The people you've been suing, God bless you for doing it. They're going to say, oh, it's over, it's over. What these guys, Linwood and Howie Carr and everybody who's listening and watching them, they're conspiracy theorists. L. Linwood. Well, it's conspiracy theorist. I've heard that phrase. I know what it was developed to do. To demean people who tell the truth. People who connect the dots. Don't forget that one of the major corporates in one of the most corrupt organizations in the world, the CIA, trust me, they've been trying to corrupt this country since the 1950s. President Eisenhower said when he gave his last speech to the country before John F. Kennedy was inaugurated that the greatest threat to this country was not external, it was internal. It was the military-industrial complex. When that's uncovered, there's going to be a lot of people in the CIA and the national security agencies. They're going to be in jail too. Let me give you some really, really good news. All of these corrupt people in the media that have served for money as the propaganda to CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, The Washington Post, New York Times, Atlantic Mother, Jones, you name the list. They're going to be destroyed too. But they will have no credibility at all. The days of watching the mainstream media are over because they're going to be revealed as liars. And they fell for it. But they didn't really fall for it. They were part of it. They're all going down, Howie. We are going to have a new day in America. Howie Carr. I hope so, Linwood, but listen, we're out of time, but keep putting out those tweets in the early morning hours. Something to cheer everybody up who's on. I want L. Linwood. I want everybody to feel better about this because it's all going to end good. Trust me. Howie Carr. All right, Linwood. Will you represent Richard Hopkins, that postal carrier in Erie, Pennsylvania? I think he wants to sue the Washington Post for making up that story about him today. L. Linwood. Well, I mean, he has to come to me. I don't know that my practice would allow me, but I have to fight back. Foundation. But yeah, there you have it, man. Some heavy-hitting news. Actual real news brought to you by Conspiracy Corner Podcast. You won't be able to find that on the actual mainstream news. I hope this video it stays up. I mean, YouTube, I'm already on strike one. I had a warning and a strike, and I got grounded for a week, so that's why I disappeared for a week. Um, so I hope this video stays up, you know. Alright, I'm not bitching, I'm not angry or nothing, but you guys gotta start hitting me up on other platforms. We're on BitChute now. We release an episode daily of stuff that's backlogged. We're taking all the videos from YouTube and now putting them cross-platform on BitChute. Let's see, I'll give you a list real quick so you can check us out on other stuff. But we are on BitChute, and that's on we got videos on BitChute too. So anything video wise, so that way I don't know if you're more into the videos or you're more into the podcast. But videos will be on BitChute along with the podcast. We're on Anchor. We're on Spotify. We are on Radio Public. We are on Google Podcast. And we are on Breaker. So you guys got to start checking us out cross-platform. Also, we are on Twitter and we're on Facebook, so hit us up there. Add us as a friend or make a friend request, whatever. So that way you can keep up with us there. But yeah, that's about it. I normally like to start out with usually an update of what's going on, but I wanted to get the news out there, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. But yeah, we went to Point Pleasant the other day, so I put up a video showing you all the pictures of the museum. I was going to actually kind of do filming and stuff of it, but it's kind of hard to do that in a museum with other people around, and I don't know. I was just like, nah, I'll just take pictures and make a collage. That, and I kind of wanted to be in the moment while I was there. And I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I shed a couple of tears just because we went to the Silver Bridge Memorial and stuff, and it is kind of sad, because yes, Mothman is cool and fun and falls into cryptozoology and stuff, but at the end of the day, there was a national level disaster that happened. That bridge did fall and people died, and it's sad. So I didn't want that all on film, me getting teary-eyed and shit. But we had a good time. 3-hour drive, man. We left when the sun was rising, and by the time we got back home, the sun was setting. All the way in West Virginia. Got to see the Mothman statue. Got to see the museum, and then we walked over to the Silver Bridge Memorial. I dropped off some flowers there. Got a couple pictures, and then we went behind the memorial. There's this big wall that's painted and kind of shows the history of Point Pleasant, more the historical side, and right there is the Ohio River with the new bridge that replaced the Silver Bridge. So we got to kind of check it out, and we walked on the docks, and I don't know, it was a good day. It was a good birthday present for me. So I had a good time. But I hope you guys are staying strong. My best advice for you is put your seatbelt on, because it's about to get real crazy in this country, and start stocking up food, just because I know what's coming. I've got some intel on some stuff. My best advice for you would be to stock up 80 days worth of food. People keep saying 10 days of darkness is coming. No, it's 80, dude. Better safe than sorry. Get water, jugs of water, Spam, tuna, canned food. Make sure you get some fruit, because you don't want to be getting scurvy like a pirate. That or vitamin C supplements. But 80 days, man. 80 days worth of food. Make sure you have it stocked up. And that's all she wrote. I love you all.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.